welcome to my YouTube page. I hope everyone is doing well. For everyone that subscribed and liked, commented on my last video, I appreciate you all. For this video now, you say I'm sitting down for it. The month of October, I was like really dealing with it. As a believer, as a Christian, I believe it's something that you really have to have, like a forgiving heart. It's something that I'm not saying everyone has it. I'm not saying it's easy, but as a believer, you have to have that forgiving heart. Like if someone does anything to you, then it's not Christian, like it's not God like for you to hold on to that. This is something that I'm currently still trying to figure out, and I promised I was gonna bring my authentic self to you all, because like I said, this is like my Christian journey, my journey, and it's not easy trying to be like a young Christian, because we don't always do things right. Okay, so what had happened was someone hit me up, and whenever they ask me a certain question, I used to feel some type of way. If they're asking you just a simple question like how are you doing, and if you say that you forgive this person, then you shouldn't really feel a type of way if they're asking you this question, because it's nothing like out of the ordinary. It's just like how you do, you know how you have conversation with people. That's basically what it was. But I used to feel some type of way whenever that happened. Yeah, not cool. Yeah. So I had to step back and try and figure out the reason why I was feeling that way. And God, like, what is this? So that was that brought me to that brought my attention to me holding on to certain things. And I realized that I've asked forgiving people, and I asked God for the strength to forgive people, but I've never prayed like for healing. I've never myself time to heal from certain hurts. There are things that happen like a while back now, and if I were to think about it, it still hurts. And it's not anger, it's not that I'm wishing anything to happen to anyone, like really, like I have no one on my heart. But whenever like I realize that certain things which would trigger certain emotions, like certain hurts that I haven't truly gotten over, that I've used different things to put so that I would not focus on the hurt. So I started going to church, and I was heavily no, actually, let me start how it started. I got hurt, and Mary Jane became my best friend. So substance abuse was my first go-to. And then Mary Jane wasn't doing me too well. Mary Jane wasn't doing too well, and then that's when I started to go back to church. And then I was in church heavily. That substitute for the hurt, like I had something else to put my attention to. These are the three things that I kind of put myself into. Like I stopped Mary Jane, and then but then it was church and school, and then it was just God, like, which is a positive thing, because you can find other ways to suppress your emotions. You can find other unhealthy ways to suppress your emotion, but you're not really dealing with those things. So that's the revelation, that's the stuff that came to me. I'm like, okay, you're forgiven, but like you haven't really I really haven't given myself time to heal. Like you gotta you put medication on it, you put bandage on it, but you still have to give it time to heal before you expose it to expose it. Like I personally, I don't want to go into any relationship. These hurts can bleed into other relationships, and that's what you don't want. Like forgive them for sure, and forgive yourself for allowing these things to happen. So once you've done that, give yourself time to heal, and like try and figure out what your triggers are, if certain things, and how to go about it. Some people heal quicker than others. Some people, if it takes you a year, 6 months, like take it, enjoy your healing season, your healing time, because you don't want to bleed on anyone else, because actually you wouldn't want yourself to pay for anybody else's hurt. So don't do it to anybody else. Okay. Hey guys, so in addition to the first part of that video, I also have to add in one more thing. I did not want to do the whole video again because I put a lot of work and editing effort into it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really have the time to do that. So I'll just add into the first part, is that the Bible states that we should forgive as much as it is required from us. I was a firm believer in, loving people from a distance. I still kind of believe that. It's just that sometimes if you could make amends, like if you tried and the person is like being standoffish, then you did your best. But if you have the opportunity to be friends with them again, like, do it, because some things are not worth it. Like, losing a friend is not worth it. A quick short story. The reason I'm saying that is because I experienced it both ways. Like, when I tried to work it out with someone and it didn't work out, or they were trying but I was standoffish, and things happen. So the second one, me and a friend, we kind of stopped talking for a small reason. Up to this day, I still don't remember the reason why. But when I was trying to, make things better, they were standoffish. And when they were trying to do it, I was standoffish. I'm like, all the time that I was trying to be good with you, you were acting that way. Now it's my turn, So they later on lost their lives, and I think back on that time, I'm like, it didn't make any sense for us not to work on things. And I say this to say that basically if you can make it work, make it. Sometimes it's not worth losing a friend or a loved one. The other one is that I reached out and we started talking, but it was still kind of awkward. I mean, I really left whatever happened between us behind us, but the relationship was, I guess it had reached its course. So when that happens, I mean, it's okay for you to let that go, but at least you tried. So if you have any type of relationship, regardless of what type of relationship it is, like, give it a shot. And if it's not working out, then you tried, because the Bible states, as much as it's required by you, you should forgive. So try your best and make it work. If the relationship is not detrimental, or if it's not a toxic something, then do it, because life is unpredictable and you don't know what will happen. So love as much as possible, really. So that's it for real this time. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.